and Spotify,
Mm-hmm.
being able to provide label services to artists without artists being tied into label deals. South African Amapiano and there's Nigerian Amapiano.
How do you know and not good I'm a piano artist? How can you tell this one is not good?
You can hear when you're sitting in an A&R
fully invested in their PR, right? I spoke about this on the previous episode that we have an artist who drops a song, the song becomes bigger than the artist. We don't know who the artist is, but we know the song, you know, until someone tells you, no, it's actually that guy's song. So how do I avoid that from happening to me as an artist?
I think that has an entire book called The Rose That Grew From Concrete. He was a poet.
Yeah, MT Saudi.
Oh, you came out the
You think it's stronger than Saudi?
You said no wise. You're doing
okay, cool,
okay,
cool. Okay, cool. No wise. AKA Ricky.
We're talking lyrics, eh?
We're
just
talking
pure lyrics.
Pure lyrics. Elaine.
Oh, guys,
All right, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Chillout with Lectrow. This is a special one. This is a unique one. It's been long coming. I'm joined here by Gabisile Shabangu. She works with the Content Connect Africa. I got it right.
You got it right. It's a mouthful, but you got it right.
How do you do, fam?
I'm good, thank you. I would just like to say thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Breathe, relax.
No, I'm relaxed.
The universe sorted us out.
Already am relaxed, yeah.
Guys, I'm doing so quick on his feeds. This morning things did not go as planned, but we are set up in a new space.
Yep.
We're good to go. I'm excited. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for making the time. So let's get straight into it. As I had mentioned to you the first time that we met, that I run this platform and it's dedicated to a lot of upcoming artists who are looking to learn about the industry before we come in, right? Because what I noticed or realized is that a lot of people go into the industry without the knowledge that they require. So now they don't even know how to maneuver around branding and how to do all sorts of things. So who is Content Connect Africa and what do you do?
Awesome. So Content Connect Africa, or CCA as I'll refer to it from here on, just for ease of reference, is primarily, first and foremost, is a distribution company.
Yeah.
So at the base level, what we do is you come to us, you sign to us, we put your content onto the DSPs, so the digital streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, and then also the network operators, so CRBTs, caller ringback tunes.
Yeah.
They sound old, but they're really good and they make a lot of money. As the years have gone by, we were established in 2012. We obviously saw that the industry was moving into a far more aggressive digital space.
Yeah.
So being a distributor just wasn't going to cut it anymore. Anyone can upload to the distros. You've got CD Baby, etc. So we started really cementing our relationships with the DSPs, with Apple and Spotify, being able to provide label services to artists without artists being tied into label deals.
Yeah.
So still at the core of our business is distribution, but we now offer what we call value-added services, so radio plugging, TV plugging, marketing, PR, so that's press releases. We have a dedicated department now that's basically moving into the live space, so being able to, assist with gigs. It's very new. So don't come rushing to us if you want to get booked for like Coachella.
Yeah.
But so the whole point of CCA is to operate as a distro, but also offer artists label services without the onus or the pressure of being signed in a big label deal.
Yeah. So by offering artists what labels offer them, you mean like you can put them on like an Ambitious would do, like a Black is Brown would do, like an actual record label would do?
Pretty much. And I think the most important thing is that the differentiation between us and a label, in some senses, the music business is very hybrid now. There's no transfer of ownership. So when you come to us with a full project and you give us the right to distribute it. We don't own the masters. However, artists need money to create content. And so we are moving into a JV, so joint venture and licensing space, where we will pay for usage of an album for a certain amount of time, but we're still not owning the masters entirely.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's becoming hybrid. But yes, to your point, at CCA specifically, we work on a rev share model. And that rev share then allows us to be able to offer those services, to do video plugging, to make music videos, to, do radio runs.
Yeah.
We're working on even creating, like modular tours so that we're able to take artists around South Africa. So yeah, it's a very hybrid place. We move quite a lot. We try to grow quite quickly because there's a lot of competition out there.
Yeah.
But fundamentally, it is just a space where we want to be able to offer artists the best opportunity to grow, and also an opportunity for both artists and us to make revenue.
Facts. So, as an upcoming artist watching this, how do I then like reach out to Content Connect Africa? How do I even know that I meet the caliber to work with you guys?
So we are busy overhauling our A&R strategy right now. It's been quite. We followed a very steady process. We have a listening session, the A&R team. I'm not an A&R, so I know I always give my email out, but I'm not an A&R. They have an actual dedicated A&R team. They'll listen to the content, and we have a sort of two-prong approach. There's content that that is trending, that's hot, you want to sign it. But we also like to move in a realm where we are developing alongside artists. So I'll use example, we started with Major Steez, or Major Steez started with us, currently working with Lectrow. What's good? Really finding artists where we know there's a long-term vision, and also a hunger to grow from both our side and the artist side. So if you're trying to find CCA, we're on Instagram, Content Connect Africa. You can find our website. I'm not going to give my email address here because
they're going to flood you with those emails. Yeah.
But we're based in Ilovo, so we're close by. Google us, get onto the website. The website will take you to the info email, which is literally overseen by the A&R team. And let me tell you, we have a small team, so it's not gonna sit and go through many hands. But yeah, I'm always open. I'm saying, for platforms like this, if you have artists that want to come sit here and have a conversation, I love doing stuff like this. So once again, thank you for inviting me. I'm just really just a vessel of knowledge. There is an A&R team that decides. But yeah, Google us, reach out. If you need to find me, you can speak to this man over here, and we can organize.
Hit us up in the comment section, and then we'll respond to you.
Exactly.
But I'll also leave an email address that you can email directly to, not your email address, of course. That's gonna be mine, and then I'll handle it. So, who are some of the artists that you guys have nurtured? I don't want to ask about established artists yet. I just want to find out like who's an artist that you took literally from the ground, and you grew with, you developed, and they profited from working with you guys.
So I'd say a good example is Quish SA.
He's out here.
Yeah, no one was at the forefront of it was called Gong Gong back then, before it was Amapiano.
Yeah.
And what Quish music came across CCA. We had an A&R liaison there who was like, this kid is gonna blow up. We said, okay, we back it. And also remember at that stage, we had Distraction Boys, Afrotainment. Qom was massive, and we had a lot of those artists in our stable. So we're going, why are we signing this new genre?
Yes,
when Qom is.
I think that's how a lot of people felt with Amapiano. When all of us were introduced to the sound, we're like, what's this?
What is
people
this?
Are listening to hip hop. People are listening to Qom.
Exactly.
House. What's this?
Exactly. And then that's why I say I trust our A&R department a lot. They said, listen, guys, this sound, we know it's in Vosloorus, it's in the streets, it's not mainstream yet, but I think that's also why Amapiano had such longevity, is because it literally came from the ground up. And then my boys, Major Steez, they were my first signing at CCA in 2018. Yo, Sandy and Sihleo, were they even in their 20s yet? I don't know. But I mean, look at where they are now. And a big thing, well, at least for me, is I believe that you serve artists to a certain point, and the natural progression is that they should go somewhere next. They always come home. So Major Steez has now done an incredible deal with Empire Music.
Yeah.
So those are some of the few. Like I said, my days of A&R are done. So I just have a general view. But we're building a lot of young artists,
As someone who has a background of A&R, how do you differentiate between a dope and a whack artist? I mean, there's an influx of artists in SA right now. I mean, we don't even have to put a genre specific, but if we had to, Amapiano, there's like millions of people doing Amapiano right now, and a lot of them think they're dope. So how do I now know as an artist that I am dope enough to work with Content Connect Africa, or any platform that looks to discover and nurture talent?
That is a good question. It's a difficult question for me to answer because I'm not an artist. But
you've worked with A&R.
But I've worked in A&R. This is going to sound really, really cheesy, but if you have a good A&R team and a good marketing team, there is a gut response to music that says this is good or this isn't good. There's music that is not good that works for the time. That's why I'm not going to talk bleep about Amapiano, but that's why Amapiano proliferated. It's because you just want to have this influx of the music.
Yeah.
So there are good Amapiano artists and there are not. There's South African Amapiano and there's Nigerian Amapiano.
How do you know a not good Amapiano artist? How can you tell this one is not good?
You can hear when you're sitting in an A&R session, it's either mimicking something that's already done. And I'm not even talking technically because we get a lot of music that isn't mastered.
Yeah.
It's demo music, but you can still hear the gut, the bones are there, the skeleton's there. Music that is mimicking other music generally is not going to go far. You can probably have a decent amount of 50 minutes of fame. But for me, it's the integrity of the sound. If you are a good artist, you're a good artist, and that'll come across whether your content is mastered or not. Like I said, I'm not a professional. There are many other ways for people to determine. I've grown up in the music business, so for me, it is a gut response. I've overridden a lot of decisions where I've said, sign this person, or we're signing this person.
Yeah.
Because you just have a sense, you know when content's good. But I think for artists that I would say, having been, and I've only like 7 years in the industry, you need to not get caught up by the flash and by the hype and by what is relevant now. Of course, you want to be riding the wave, particularly because like something like Amapiano, a lot of people got very rich very quickly.
Yeah.
But I always say this to artists: do you want to be an artist? As in, do you want to have a long career, or do you
just
want to be famous?
Yeah.
And if you want to be famous, that's fine.
Yeah.
But understand that you will have to compromise a lot of your musical integrity, probably a lot of your spiritual integrity to achieve fame. Musicians do not earn a lot of money.
Unfortunately.
Creatives don't, unfortunately. We're trying to change that. But as an artist, particularly now where we are in South Africa is having a huge moment in the cultural zeitgeist.
Yeah.
Have the integrity of your sound and decide if you want to be famous or if you want to be an artist. And I think that will then guide the kind of music you're making.
Facts. And then just before I let you go, because I know you have a busy day ahead.
And you know I love to talk so much. So
dude,
you have to cut me off. You have to cut me off.
For reals?
No, you have to. I have to go back to work, but I could teach you for 2 hours. You have a 2-hour podcast.
Okay, cool.
Just a before regular.
Maybe a regular, yeah. But just before I let you go, you're someone who also has a background in PR, right? And as we see it right now, a lot of artists aren't fully invested in their PR, right? I spoke about this on the previous episode, that we have an artist who drops a song, the song becomes bigger than the artist. We don't know who the artist is, but we know the song, you know, until someone tells you, no, it's actually that guy's song. So how do I avoid that from happening to me as an artist?
I think my suggestion is, there's been a very big focus on social media, and social media is important. But social media is something that you can, like you said, you can pick up now, you can go viral tomorrow, and in a week's time it's gone. Also, people's attention spans are very, very small.
Yeah.
I like to live in a hybrid system of the music business. So I like to marry traditional PR with digital PR.
Yeah.
So I've been saying this, I've said it at AMT, I've said it to so many people. Have a press kit, a simple bio, some nice pictures, stats for your social media.
Does it cost money to have all of that?
No, you can do it by yourself. If you have access to a laptop and you have access to Word, it doesn't have to be super fancy. Also, because we're not spending a lot of time looking at your EPKs. But that's your electronic press kit. But what that does is it just grounds you. It gives you a personality outside of what you see on TikTok or whatever. Those are also the things that we send to promoters. That's what we're going to send to Apple when we do pitching for your EP or for your single. We send the EPK with the entire, obviously, you know, don't make your biography 6 pages. You're not yet there. You know, keep it brief because people have short attention spans. But it just gives a far more holistic idea of, you know, who the artist is. It's also very professional. We don't like to just constantly be sending links. It's lazy. Oh, here's this one Instagram, here's this one's TikTok. Your TikTok is not a biography of your work and stuff. It's just snippets of what you do. So if that's what you post, if you have access to a computer and to Word, and you can export it into a PDF, a bio, some nice press pictures, guys, you can take them on your phones now. We don't need crazy stuff yet. Links to your social media, and please don't be dissuaded if you're not sitting on 70,000 followers and stuff. At CCA, I can't speak to other distros. We're not just looking at how many followers you have, because followers do not translate to streams.
Yep, that's a fact,
But just present yourself. I've said this, I did a lecture at AMT. You're putting your best foot forward. It's like sending a CV that's going to get you in the door. Then the music will speak for itself, and then the personality and everything else.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, there's a very big focus on social media, and we're seeing that the trends, like you said, someone will be viral for a week and there's no longevity. So it goes back to what I said. Do you want to be famous or do you want to be a musician?
One hit wonders. Yeah.
You know?
All right. So there's this game that I like to play towards the end. It's called the Lyric Master. CC actually gave us the name, you know, because I didn't have a name. I'd always say there's this game until CC was like, no, let me give you an actual name. Shout out to her. We call it the Lyric Master, right? I just call out 2 artists and you tell me who's better than who lyrically.
Oof. Okay.
Is that fine?
Yeah. I'm here in my personal capacity. The views expressed by Gabisile Shabangu do not encompass those of CCA. So if I get into trouble.
All right, cool. Let's go. MT Saudi.
Oh, you came out the gates. I'm going to have to go with MT.
MT, ne? But why though? You think it's stronger than Saudi?
You said no wise.
Okay,
You're doing
okay,
rapid
cool.
fires,
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Okay, cool.
Ooh,
No wise.
We'll get you in trouble.
AKA Ricky.
We're talking lyrics, eh?
We're
Just
talking
pure
lyrics. Pure lyrics.
Ricky.
Bars. Had better bars than AKA.
I'm thinking recent.
Okay, but it's your opinion.
How far back
it's your opinion. It's your opinion. It's
Okay.
your opinion. For as long as they made music
For as long as they made music.
Yeah. But I mean, it's your opinion. I don't want to sound like I'm being biased now, you know. It's
You
your
are
opinion.
being biased. Okay.
It's your opinion. All right. Tupac, Notorious B.I.G.
Tupac down.
Better than Notorious B.I.G.
Tupac has an entire book called The Rose That Grew From Concrete. He was a poet.
Yeah.
I mean, he makes his diss tracks sound like poetry. Notorious B.I.G. I think was like, you know, like I'm in the club, I'm a baddie.
He was, for me.
Tupac made like, before like conscientious rap was
Yeah.
actually it. He made it sexy, he made it hot, he made it violent. Like, I mean, have you heard Dear Mama? Have you heard My Block?
I hear what you're saying. But for me, Notorious B.I.G. was more of an actual rapper than Tupac. Tupac was just a storyteller and a poet for me.
You see,
And then Biggie was like a rapper.
He was, yeah.
That dude didn't even write. He just play beat and then he jumps on. That's talent on another level. That's like me. I don't prepare. There's no trivia. There's no script.
But I think also
I'm like the Notorious B.I.G. of this.
Okay, well, I'm the Tupac because I'm a pretty face and a storyteller. Also, you're asking the wrong person because hip hop is not my first and foremost like genre.
Yeah.
So all my views that are expressed are very basic. I enjoy hip hop on a superficial level. So don't take what I'm saying too serious. Please, AKA's fan base, please don't come for me in the comments.
No one's gonna come for me.
I love Fela and Versace and I love Jika. Those songs, every time I hear them out, I'm just like, in a day, this life gonna flash before your eyes.
Hey man, AKA was just something else, man. But may they both rest in peace, rather.
Yeah.
And then let's bring it home a little, girl. Shekana, Elaine.
Oh, guys, Shekana's my girl.
Shekana's the one, eh?
Oh, listen, Elaine, that first EP, you're the one. Risky.
Yeah.
But she just hasn't had enough body of work yet for me to say, you know, comparatively. It's like saying Tyler versus Shekana. But Shekana's pen game.
I get what you're saying. But they're both amazing.
They're both incredible.
Nonetheless, and they're good representation of the country. Yep. Nasty C, Aries. That's an easy.
You want to get me in trouble here?
No, I'm not trying to get you in trouble.
But remember, I said I don't listen to him, so I only engage with these guys very superficially.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, I'm asking you all of these from an A&R perspective.
From an A&R perspective.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not the one to judge hip hop. If you're asking me about pop and stuff, we could go into it. The reason I'm answering the artists that I'm actually spend time listening to. So I will go with Nasty C, although I know Twitter there would be a whole war. Thank goodness I'm not famous because I know Aries. I know everyone says Aries, but like I said, I'm going off what I engage with a lot. So if you were asking us about pop, then we'd need 2 more hours because I would get into it with you. But hip hop, I have a very superficial relationship with hip hop.
All right, let's close it off with pop then. Rihanna, Beyonce.
Lyrics. Neither of them are good lyricists.
Okay, let's make it musically. Who do you think is more musical between the two of them?
Okay, guys.
Which I also think is easy.
Beyonce is the quintessential pop star. She is.
I mean, I think almost everyone.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
All right, cool.
Beyonce or Solange?
Beyonce. I'm a big Beyonce fan.
Pen game.
I mean, see, you know what my thing is? I don't know a lot of Solange songs.
Okay.
Right? I think I know the one where she shot her music video here in Cape Town. And I don't really know a lot of her songs. And I just think she's famous because of Beyonce.
She's not. She is a a writer. Listen, we have this fight all the time because Beyonce, can we just have a quick segue here?
Okay.
Beyonce is, we always say there's a musician and there's an artist.
Yeah.
And Beyonce is a musician. She's a performer. She's
the
Solange
best of
is an
both.
artist. It's the same Michael Jackson, Janet Jackson. We have fights. We have dinner parties where we have fights about who's a better artist.
Yeah.
Like Michael Jackson was talented, but Janet Jackson just had that like.
But come on.
No, I'm a Michael Jackson down, like stand down.
Yeah.
But it's just interesting. But yes, let's say Beyonce is the quintessential artist. But lyrically, I wouldn't say she's strong. I mean, Drake is a strong. Drake wrote, what did he write? Heated. On Beyonce's album.
Yeah.
Jay-Z wrote Alien Superstar.
Oh, Drake writes, guys.
Drake writes.
I didn't know this, eh?
He needs to. Marvin's Room.
All I know is that he's the king of ghostwriters. I didn't know he writes.
He writes
I just know that he's the king of ghostwriters.
That's why he's so rich. And that isn't. We didn't get to discuss this. Guys, publishing, write songs. We need to bring back songwriters. There's a lot of money in songwriting.
Yeah.
See how I loop that back.
All right. I have literally a minute before I let you go.
Okay.
Can you just please tell us and let us know what publishing is? Let's just close it off
in
with
1
that.
minute. Publishing is one of the most important parts of the music business. It pertains to rights that have to deal with composing, authorship. It is not distribution. It's not putting music on platforms. It's basically your IP as a creative. So when you go in studio and you make a beat and you write a song and you sing on a song, those are all different rights that vest. And you make money from those rights. So every time your song plays on radio, that is a performance right that Samro and Capasso and Sampra collect on your behalf so you can get paid. Let me tell you why publishing is so important. I'm not sure if you guys know a little series called Stranger Things. There's an artist called Kate Bush. There was a song called Running Up That Hill. She owns 100% of that publishing, which means she wrote the song and composed it. She made like something like $140 million in that year because Stranger Things used the song. They obviously licensed it, but then the royalties from distro, it came back on radio. So please, publishing, go see Empire, go see Sony, come see Gallo Music Publishing. Guys, get your publishing together. Please and thank you.
Dude, shout out to you. Thank you so much for making time. I was panicking when I started this. Nothing was falling into place. People are late. You know, people are dropping me last minute, but we're here.
And look,
it happened. Yeah, they're here now, but they don't matter anymore. So they're just here because they're here now.
Make me a regular. I love this.
Thank you so much. I think yeah, we can discuss that and maybe have discussions once or twice a month, and then
we can spend an hour debating. I'll go read up on all the rappers, and you'll read up on the pop stars, and then we'll
and then I'll also learn my piano game. I need to up my piano game.
See, the thing with piano artists is you never know the names. You always know the songs.
There's so many of them, though. There's so many of them. Can you count 5 piano artists that you know now?
Right now,
besides Quish.
Personally.
No, yeah, that you know.
Kabza, Maparisa, Angelic, Mtuda. Who's my favorite? Oh my gosh, Tyler ICU.
Tyler ICU.
Yo, guys, the nigga actually.
That's a big song.
That's in a chokehold.
It's a very big song. It's like the Chalabam song. I don't even know who the artists are, but I know the song. Exactly what we're talking about. Ladies and gents, it's the Chill Out with Lectrow. Thank you so much for your time. Remember to subscribe and tell a friend to tell someone they know that might potentially subscribe. That we're out here doing the most. Thank you.